I think science is one of the greatest kind of fields, if you can think of science as a field, because you get to make mistakes every day. So you get to go out and make hypotheses and test them, and if they're wrong, they're wrong. That actually advanced science. And if they're right, they're right. And that advanced science too.
I like thinking about the details of science, and sometimes you'll sort of be stuck on a problem and it'll seem really hard, and then you'll have some sort of breakthrough and realize something about the data, and those moments also are something that keeps me going when I say, oh, I've really learned something and it's new and it's exciting, and this is why I want to be here.
It's when I've got a new idea and I may not know whether it's gonna work or not, but then there's this sense of like adventure almost, where you're like, this seems like a plausible thing that could happen. Now, how do I chart my way? How do I answer this question? That's really exciting, yeah. Regardless of what happens afterwards, whether it tends to be a bad idea or whether it turns out to be pretty good.
Being involved in research that actually matters to people, like there's 1 billion people on the planet that are food insecure, and to think that your research might be meaningful in figuring out how food resources are going to be impacted in the future, I think that's really cool that you're sort of working on relevant research to society.
Coming up with ideas that you want to try to solve, and so every day there's some new problem that you want to figure out how to solve it, and you can approach that in many different ways. But if you have a collaboration of people, you can utilize different resources that other people might have, like general circulation models.
Let's see, I really like playing with climate models. It's sort of, they're fun. There's so many different buttons you can push in them. You can change this little parameter, and you can change the entire climate. It's like you're playing with your own little virtual world. It's like SimCity, but you know, with a bit more equations and a bit more physical reality to it.
So it's really easy to like totally nerd out about the ocean and going on scientific cruises and doing field work and doing lab work, and that's been a wonderful experience, just having this group of other grad students around you who've all come from different places but have ended up here, and we're going to be here for a while, so we're going to get through it together.
It's almost what I said before, it's just so fun when you actually discover a science result, when you're like, hey, I discovered something about the way the world works. It's such a wonderful feeling. I guess that's my pitch for science in general.
I guess no matter what science you want to do, if you're interested in continuing to learn about the unknown, science is a great place to be. As a scientist, one of the big benefits is you never really get bored at your job, because if you get bored, you can just change subjects and do something totally different, and there will always be things to explore.